Hello, everybody. So, once again, it's a pleasure and a privilege to be here in front of you, to be able to tell you about something that, you know, is close to my heart for quite a while. How does it work? Okay. So, I will tell you about gem painting. Do you know about gem painting? Many people here know about gem painting. It's not really something new. I know that. So this is that. Basically, instead of doing a painting with paint, you can use gemstone or gemstone powder in order to make some beautiful object. Nothing really new about that. I think it started in Jaipur in India, a long time ago. And if you go a little bit online, you will see that you have several companies in Jaipur, including that one that have quite a lot of followers, 12,000 followers on Instagram, who are doing very nice piece of gem painting in Jaipur. Then you have also Thailand. And actually this is the place where I first heard about that, because when I was working with the whole family, Henry was telling me that, you know, his family was very much involved in the gem painting when I was not even born. So in Thailand, the whole family was doing a lot, but still now you have some companies doing that and doing a great job, like Khun Wan Laya. I'm a very big fan of what she's doing, because she's doing some very innovative thing, putting gem painting like a reproduction of Klimt or Mucha painting, and making very nice objects that she's sending everywhere around the world. Nothing really super new about that. Now, what is new, what I found out that is very interesting, and this is why I want to speak to you about it, is what happened when you bring gem painting from the trading center, like Jaipur or Bangkok, to the mining area. And this is what I saw in Vietnam when I went there. This is a classic landscape in Vietnam, in the Lu Kien district. Most of the people are farmers. When they are not busy with agriculture, they dig in their land because they are searching for gemstone. They wash the ground, secondary deposit, and this is what they get. Most of the time, there is nothing much exciting. That's why when I go there, I don't see a lot of professional gemstone buyers. This is a classic production for maybe 1 or 2 days on a small-scale mine with machinery, and sometimes, not even every day, the miners are lucky to get one nice piece that maybe can be turned into something faceted. So exactly as Sean Gilbertson was saying that yesterday, when you look at the pyramid of value, most of the production that you see on this plate, this is not the production of one day, this is the production of 1 week. But most of the value is standing in the one small little stone that you have there, which is accounting for probably more than 88% of the value of the parcel. Most of the parcel are that. The problem they have there is, most of the time, in many places, there is no market for that. But in Vietnam, there is. In Vietnam, you have this type of ladies. They buy this production for just, 5,000 dong. It's about less than $0.50. But she buys that for less than $0.50. Every day she buys a production from the mine, and then she goes to the market and they sell it. Make a parcel, sell it. People are sorting the stone, trading. And then you have ladies who are sorting, fine-tuning the sorting at home. Make nice parcel of calibrated, all the colors the same. And then they crush that into powder. And then they put that on a design. Another guy doing that, and another person. Every step is doing by a different person. A person do the first step, another person do the second step, a third person do the final step. And then at the end, you have a product that people can export, and you see that everywhere around Vietnam. What I see here is many local jobs, skills, and added value from a material that is basically worthless at the mine. So that is Vietnam. The thing is, because of that lady who buys this material for less than $50, these miners, they know that every day, whatever they get, they will be able to get something. And when you have people with very limited capital, if you can sell every day, if your production can find every day a market, this is great. Because then, once in a while, maybe once a week, once a month, once a year, you will get a stone that will be able to sell to other dealers. And basically, this type of stone in Vietnam are the byproduct of mining for gem painting. Now, let's go to see another place, because Vietnam is one case. Maybe you say, well, Vincent, you're lucky, you go there and you have your story about Vietnam. Now, let's go to Burma. Burma, Mogok, is the homeland of the gemstone culture in Southeast Asia. This is what you have. These are not small farmers. This is a company like Cedric was speaking today. It's small-scale mine. The people, they have machinery and things like that. But in Mogok, you have something very interesting. You see these people outside of the machine, the three ladies? This is called the Kanase system. In Mogok, all the small stone, all the low quality stone, all the reject from the mine belong to the local community. And it's organized by the mine. So these people are allowed to collect everything that is rejected by the machine. They get the small stone. And I can tell you there is one thing that you see when you go to this mine, you see happy people. Now let's look about this mine. This is not a small-scale mine. This is, at the back, this is Bolonji. It is one of the biggest mines in Mogok, with tunnel where you can have trucks that are going inside. The tunnel are more than 500 meters deep. You have about 350 miners working hard there, collecting, ruby in marble. It's not a secondary deposit, it's a primary deposit. What happens there? This is one of the most iconic places that many people going to Mogok go to visit and take photographs because it's just beautiful. What you have there is that the miners are rejecting all the reject from the mine, everything that is considered by them as waste. I say considered by them as waste is given to the local community. And the local community is coming group after group with a truck to collect their load of small piece of marble in which maybe there are some rubies. Group by group, well organized, everybody turn by turn. And then they go to the common area where they are breaking this piece of marble in order to collect small ruby. So it's very labor intensive. And big companies in Mogok don't want to deal with that. Labor intensive, let's give that to the small people. People collect, they get few stones, and then they sell to one lady, that collects a parcel a little bit bigger with a little bit more stone. And at the end, she goes to the market. And what you see in the market, many ladies trading parcel to make bigger parcel, sorting the stone together. And then you go to the factories, and you see, now in Mogok, when I went last time, there was about 200 of these factories. You see the people in the evening or during the day, working with this small stone in order to make gem paintings. And then at the end, you have this type of shop, now everywhere in Myanmar. You wonder who is buying that? I can tell you. Churches, Buddhist pagoda, mosque, everybody needs something for decoration. Hotels, government building, private people. There are huge opportunities. There are many markets for this gem painting. If you have a good commercial guy or lady, at the back, this lady, she's very good. So I think that there will be a great potential if this technique was introduced in other gem producing areas, and I think particularly about Africa. These are the stones that you have from Tsavo area in Kenya. You have rubies, you have tsavorite, you have yellow tourmaline. Many colors. All the colors are there. You just need to import the technique. These are stones from Songea. All the colors are there. All the rejects of the mine that people don't even collect because there is no value for them. They don't see the value. You crush that, you turn that into powder, there is a business. Tunduru, Tanzania, all the colors are there. People don't collect small stones. Montepuez, Mozambique. You can do some good stuff here. Sean, think about. Ilakaka, Madagascar. This is what you have. There is no market for the small stone. All the miners in Ilakaka say, we don't have, nobody is paying for the small stone. This is a disaster. What I see in Madagascar, I see that. For me, this looks very much like that in Mogok, very much like that in Vietnam. You have the same thing. The only problem is the Vietnamese, they have work. The Burmese, they have work because they have the gem painting. The people in Madagascar, they don't have any market for their small stones because there is no gem painting there. So by providing a local market, don't do that in the capital city. Bring that in the local mining area for everyday production. Gem painting are enabling gem mining to take place and create sustainable skill job around the mine. You just need to bring 1 or 2 people to teach these people how to do it. And I can tell you the teacher, I tell you where they are, in Jaipur, in Mogok, in Vietnam, and you have hundreds of them. Because actually, for me, exceptional stone are only a byproduct of mining for small and low quality stone. So if you bring a value for this low quality stone and the small stone right at the source, you will be able to change the way of life and the life of all the community around these mining areas. So if you have an NGO, if you want to invest, if you want to raise a community, if you want to build something around one, place where they are producing gemstone, one thing you can do, go to hire a guy who knows about how to do gem painting, bring in them and teach 20 people. Maybe 19 will quit. 1 will stick, and he will buy gemstone locally. From 1, you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. In Vietnam, they learn that by themselves. So I was telling that for quite a years. Several years. GIA, Andy Lucas, I took Andy Lucas, he made a nice article about gem painting that was on GIA website. But still, one thing I found in the gem industry and anywhere, I'm sorry to say that people don't read. So I decided to produce a small video that is going to show now.
Tôi cũng là thuộc thế hệ khai thác mỏ đá quý đầu tiên ở đất nước Việt Nam.
Miners cannot live with 1% of the production. Here, the reason why you have several hundred miners is because there is a market for the low quality stone with the gem paintings. The gem quality stones that are found here are just a byproduct of mining for gem painting. If you cut the gem painting industry here, there will be no more mining. Gem painting is something that could be used, for example, in Africa if people want to develop some mining area.
You have to love it first. You have to love to do it because it requires a lot of patience.
The video is 20 minutes long. It's available on YouTube. Everybody around the world can go to see that freely. And if you need my help to connect you with some gemstone painter and things like that, just send me a message through the video or through my email and I will help you. Thank you.